Hey, what's going on, Rocket League player? So this video is going to be a little bit different. So instead of giving this game praise, which I normally do because I spend way too much time on it and it's the only way I can justify the means of me playing it so much, I'm going to be giving you 7 things that I absolutely hate about this game, and so do you. So stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing that I hate, and let's see if we can get a good car preset here. Let's say you just want to customize your car. Sounds simple. Not necessarily complicated. It should be pretty easy and straightforward. But let's see here, right? So we can go to, Flash Fleece. Let's just put that on. I don't know why I have it favorited, but I do. And then let's say you want to adjust your paint, but you can't. Because it just tabs over for you. So I guess I just changed my engine sound. This has been a glitch in the game for I don't know how long. But it is insanely annoying when all you're trying to do is just go one tab over and the game's just like, engine noise. That's what you want to adjust. Nothing else. Just your engine noise. So yeah, if you could change that to Onyx, that'd be pretty cool. Anyways, I know we're probably gonna wait 2 years down the road for that, seeing that their normal progression of updates. So I want to change my tires, and by default, it's on the OEMs, which are 4/5 down the entire menu of all 711 wheels that I have collected. Now, I'm trying to look for a wheel that looks good with the car that I have. And like any normal person, I'm gonna start from the top and work my way down. But since it's defaulted to the OEM wheels, which are 4/5 down the menu, like I just showed you, I have to individually scroll up through all, 500 choices at that point. Why isn't there a back to top option? So I have to scroll all the way to the top individually and then work my way back down in a sequential manner so I don't miss, a potential good match like these, No, just kidding. Maybe these? No. All these look bad. All these look really, really bad. So, yeah, super annoying. So let me just kind of scroll through here and find some wheels that work. Maybe the hamster wheels? These wheels kind of creep me out, I'm not gonna lie. These are kind of weird. Okay, number 3, let's talk about the filtering, which is hot garbage, by the way, because their filtering system makes absolutely no sense at all. So you got 3 options, okay? You have sort by, which is kind of like another term for filter, quality, and you have attributes, but none of these are actually that good for filtering. So let's look at these and see what options they give us. So under attributes, right, you can search by certified, cool, painted, special edition, team edition, and then archived, which I don't even know what archiving means relative to Rocket League inventory and storage, quite frankly. Who archives anything? Whatever. Anyways, so these are so limiting because, like a normal person, when you are trying to make a blue-centric car or a red-centric car, or I guess Rocket League calls it crimson, then maybe you want to sort by specific items that are blue or crimson. But you can't do that. You can only search by painted, and that doesn't help anybody because all you're doing is dwindling it down to 500 options instead of 700 options, and you're still having to search one by one individual wheel type looking for the color that you want. Rocket League, can you please just give us the option? This alone would make me happy. The option to sort by color. It's not that hard. You just add it on. It's an attribute that I can't search by for whatever reason, and that's garbage. Don't do that to us. Not cool. Okay, then you can search by quality, which to me quality doesn't matter to me. Like I'm looking at what it looks like. It could be an exotic, it could be common. I don't care. Does it look good? Yes or no? So this whole like quality option, useless. It does nothing for me. It just worthless to me. It doesn't. Why? I don't need it. And then you have the overall sort by option, which it gives you alphabetical, most recent, quality, or quantity. Wait, like, oh man. So first of all, there's redundancy in quality because you have quality there under sort by, and then you can individually sort by quality again. So like that just groups them together in the same order, you know, or you can go to quality and just choose that one specifically. So that's worthless. Like, why would you ever sort in that fashion? Like, who designed this filtering? You need to rethink your life and how you organize your things. Anyways, alphabetical, somewhat helpful if you're down in like the T's or the Z's. You're still going to be individually holding down on the scroll until you get to the very bottom of the menu and you can actually get to that wheel, unless you organize it by letter and look it up specifically because you're a weirdo that remembers the names. But let's look at quantity for a second, guys. Let's think about this. This is so stupid. Who in their right mind is going to be like, yeah, I think I want to equip 5 Q runners or 3 short wires. Sorting by quantity does absolutely nothing when you're trying to customize your car if you can only equip one of them. You see what I mean? Like, what is that? What is this for? Like, who's sorting by quantity? Who does this? If you've done this to customize your car specifically, not manage your inventory, because those are 2 different things and require 2 different filtering systems, psionics, let me know. I'll just take the heat round on that one. But like, this makes no sense. Quantity? And like, here's the deal. Okay, look, I know what they did here. This is precisely what happened, verbatim. They're like, hey, Steve, did you finish the filtering for the car customization? Did you finish that filtering we were talking about? Having all these options so you can quickly filter through them. And Steve was like, yeah, I finished that. Yeah, last week. It was done. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So we're going to patch it into the game today. Steve was like, son of a... He went down the hall to the inventory management team. Is like, guys, did you guys make filters for that? They're like, oh yeah, you can like sort by quantity and stuff. Super convenient because we were like trying to trade in 5 things. He's like, cool. Can I borrow that code? Really quick? They're like, yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. Copy, paste, car customization filters. Boom. There you go, Steve. Good job. Because now that we've thoroughly enjoyed the process of customizing our car, which looks terrible, by the way, because obviously I'm just clicking on random things like Glimmer Slag, for example, let's move on to the next category of the other thing I hate about Rocket League, managing the inventory. So let's say you're trying to do some trade-ups, which are important. We're trying to unlock new things. So maybe you want to search by type, which is pretty decent. And you can search by, uncommon here, which is nice because that's the base level of trade-ups. I'm not trading in any of those, so let's look at the rares, for example. So let's jump through these. So it's difficult to tell which of these items you can trade in. Some of them have a little like symbol on it with a line through it, which isn't always accurate whether or not you can trade up, because there's a difference. There's tradable, and then there are things that you can trade up, internal to your own inventory. Why can't we filter by those? Like, you should be able to check, trade up, and then boom, it shows you everything that you can trade up. If you just happen to, click on one of the ones you can trade up, it'll show you all your options, sure. But then once you finish that trade, it goes back to your original filtering. So then you have to find one of those items again to try and trade it up. That sucks. It makes this process so painstakingly long. Like, why can't I just filter by another option and say trade up or tradable? You know, if you're trying to trade with someone specifically, like, why can't you do that? All right, on to the next topic. Let's talk about training packs, because this also doesn't make any freaking sense. So here are your options when it comes to looking at custom training packs. You have featured, you have browse, favorites, and created, which all of those make sense so far in terms of naming conventions for tabs. So you did good there, Clownix. I'm proud of you. But let's talk about browse for a second. Because, I mean, understand this. There are millions of players in this game. Millions. So the vast amount and options of training packs that there should be would be huge. It'd be enormous, right? But let's take a look at browse for a second. You see the size of that scroll bar? That doesn't represent the amount of training packs that are floating around the ether in the internet at all. As a matter of fact, I counted in the browse, there's only 50. Now, I've made my fair share of training packs, like my Urgible training pack, right? Check it out. Obviously, that's not on here because this is pulling from, I guess, like the most popular training packs. But here's the deal. We already have that. We have featured, which gives you 9 training packs to choose from. So obviously, you know, the community's ability to interact with itself, you know, indirectly through training packs is obviously not an option here. So my question here is why? Well, I'm sure there's some great training packs out there, but I can't see them. Is there like a Reddit? Is there a Reddit, you know, somewhere? Where it's like all training packs you can search by or something? Or a website I don't know about? Wouldn't surprise me because, you know, the community literally has to take care of itself because the game doesn't want to do that for you, which is kind of cool. And here's the other deal with this browse thing. Granted, it's only 50, which once again sucks, but you can't sort by any fashion. Like, what if I wanted to sort by striker? Or what's the other one called? Defense? I haven't looked at the actual titles of these packs in a long time. Goalie. There it is. Goalie practice, striker practice, aerial practice, right? And then you have rookie, all-star. Why can't you sort by that? That's not even an option either. Like, you have to individually scroll each pack. Okay, I digress. So let's say you happen to find a training pack and you're like, okay, this one sounds pretty good. Like, I'll give it a shot, try it out. Maybe it'll make me better. I know that it won't because I'll be forever stuck on plat. You know, we get it. So you go into a training pack and you try it out and you're like, God, this is super freaking hard, but I can feel myself getting better, you know, like, ooh, nailed it. And you're like, yeah, okay, I want to favor this pack, but you didn't, you know, take note of the name of the training pack, and you didn't write down the 16-digit code that it gives you either for the training pack. So let's just favorite it. There should be an option to favorite it from inside the training pack because that makes sense. Like, you're actively thinking about it while you're playing it. Maybe you got interrupted. Like, yeah, let me just go ahead and favorite this. Let's jump into the menu and yeah, that's not an option. Why can't I favorite a training pack while I'm playing it? That makes sense. It doesn't make sense, by the way. It makes no sense at all. And here's my last, we'll call it a bonus item. And this isn't something that I hate, and this is something that will never happen, but it is something that I wish for really badly. Because I've been watching a dude called Seabell. I'm sure you've heard of him. He's kind of blown up on YouTube, and he makes incredible videos. But in a lot of the videos he makes for his tutorials, he always has a training pack at the end with a very particular objective per shot that you should go for. Sometimes he breaks it out by intermediate, beginner, advanced, whatever the case may be. I always appreciated that because He's showing you the intent of the training and how to approach those shots. But here's the deal. I'm never going to have YouTube and Rocket League side by side. So I have to take notes on those shots and be like, okay, he said to go for this shot like this shot like this shot like this. Like, no one's going to do that. What would be nice is if Rocket League, and this will never happen, I get it, I know, but one can dream. It'd be really nice if Rocket League had the ability to have a shadow shot. So when you create the training pack and you're testing the shot or whatever the case may be, you can, once you hit the shot in, you can click save shadow shot. So what that does is anyone else who accesses that training pack can then see how you, the creator, went about that shot and your intent for it, right? So they're not only seeing it firsthand by your perspective of how to go for this shot, right? But they're getting a better understanding of oh, okay, you actually meant for this to be a double tap, or you meant for this to be XYZ type training. That would be freaking sweet. Can you imagine the community improvement if you had an option like that inside the game? I can't, because all we have right now is YouTube and 59 training packs between browse and featured, or you can scour the internet for some training pack that's supposed to take you from bronze to grand champ in a month. I don't know. If you find it, let me know, because I'm still trying to get there, fam. So yeah, never gonna happen, but like I said, one can dream. Whew. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Once again, my name was Pink. If there's something you hate about Rocket League, put it in the comments. Let them know. Peace.